The murder mystery series has been sitting on the front page of Roblox for 10 years now. It seems like the game was unstoppable, since it was practically the staple of the Roblox platform. But in 2023, a series of unfortunate events nearly put the nail in the coffin for this game. So how did MM2 go from reaching a peak player count to having one of the lowest player counts in 8 years? My name is PlayTested, and today I will be showing you the day that MM2 almost died. First, we need some backstory. 2022 has been one of the driest years update-wise for MM2, with the game only really getting the usual Halloween and Christmas events. So when 2023 came around, and Nicholas had released a brand new Valentine's Day update and an Easter update, you knew that the MM2 community was ready for this massive change of pace, and the player count at the time reflected the hype that these updates received. During these updates, MM2 had reached a new peak player count, being 200,000 players playing the game at once. So you might be asking, PlayTested, if MM2 had one of the best player counts ever, how could the game almost die? Well, that's exactly what everyone at the time thought too, but the next series of events that happened changed the game forever. October 2023, the MM2 community was hyped for a soon-to-come Halloween event. YouTubers were promoting this event non-stop, and I had just come out of a 9-month hiatus. This upcoming Halloween update had a lot of hype surrounding it, considering how good the Halloween 2022 update was. And on October 17, 2023, the Halloween update was released to the public. Everyone excitedly joined MM2 to check out everything that was new. The new lobby was exciting, all the maps were decorated with Halloween cosmetics, everything seemed great. Is what everyone said at first. You see, while everything that was cosmetic seemed amazing, it seemed like one thing was completely ignored: the gameplay itself. If you ask most people who played this event, they would tell you that collecting candies felt agonizingly slow. That's because for this event, there were both candies and coins that you could collect. Now you might think that it's not that bad, until you realize that they were both under the same coin bag, and candies had a much slower spawn rate than coins did. So pretty much, it was impossible to collect a full bag of only candies. If collecting candies were slow for regular players, then what about for leaderboard players? I mean, they should have been collecting candies quickly, right? Well, what if I told you that this leaderboard was the slowest by far, and it's not because of the lack of candies. For most leaderboards, if you ever fell asleep, you might not even be on the leaderboard when you woke up. But for this one, sleeping for 8 hours might not even make you move down 5 spots. Yeah, it was slow. But that couldn't be the only thing bad about this update, right? Well, I've yet to talk about the glitches yet. Remember when I said that collecting candies was extremely slow? Well, you can also thank most of them spawning in the walls. So not only were candies rare to find this update, but most of them spawned in inaccessible areas. Point is, most people found this update lazy, rushed, and unpolished. With not much content gameplay wise, most people found this update boring and decided not to play for the rest of the update. Okay, so that was bad. But what if I told you that this wasn't the only thing that killed the game? Well, it's time to talk about everyone's favorite thing, age ratings.
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
It's no secret that most people that play Roblox are on the younger side, and with MM2 being on the front page, most of those players will go to MM2. Roblox had added age ratings a while before that Halloween 2023 update, but before then, they were just kind of a label and weren't usually enforced. Most games during this time just stuck to the default all ages game rating. That is, until a bit after the Halloween 2023 update. You might be able to see where this is going. Coincidentally, during the most boring update of MM2, Roblox decided that it would be an amazing idea to start enforcing the age rating. That made MM2's age rating turn from all ages to 13+, and suddenly, the already low player count got cut in nearly half. Yeah, that's right. This simple change nearly destroyed MM2's entire player count. But what if I were to tell you that there was one more factor that almost put the nail in the coffin for MM2? Before we get into the next part of this video, I quickly want to say that if you're enjoying the video so far, to please like, subscribe, and click the bell so you get notified whenever I post or stream. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we can do it. With that being said, let's get back into the video. Everyone knows that MM2 has exploiters, but what if I told you that coincidentally during MM2's lowest player counts, hackers seem to be running rampant? Yeah, it's usually a given that during events that you'll encounter some auto farmers here and there, but for some reason during this event, it felt like every single cheater in existence was trying their best for this event. The issue was so bad that even if you took a look at the leaderboards during this event, you would sometimes see 10 of the same hacker, and that's not even an exaggeration. The reason for so many cheaters playing MM2 during this time is most likely because since Traveler's Axe was the final tier in the battle pass and it was pretty hyped, most people wanted to go for it, but few wanted to actually spend the time and effort to grind for it considering how hard it was to collect candies during this event. Additionally, this applies for the leaderboard too, since it was slow moving and candies spawned outside the walls most of the time. Auto farmers had no issues moving up the leaderboard, mostly being quicker than actual grinders. So how did MM2 ever recover? Well, it's actually a nice turn of events, and it all begun when the Christmas 2023 update started. If you recall, this update brought in Jitter as the final tier in the battle pass, and as you can expect for a full-on sniper, a lot of people wanted to get their hands on it. You might be saying, PlayTested, isn't that the same reason that made a bunch of hackers go for Traveler's Axe? And that's true, but what if I told you that coincidentally, Roblox had basically shut down most of the exploiters right after the Halloween update. If you played during this time, you most likely heard about one of the most popular cheating clients, SynapseX's shutdown. So not only did that make the 2023 Christmas leaderboard the first MM2 leaderboard in history with no exploiters, but it also stopped tens if not hundreds of potential auto farmers from getting their hands on Jitter. All of these fixes revived MM2 and made it go from the lowest player count in years to one of the highest the game has ever seen. And that's the story of how MM2 almost died. I really hope you enjoyed this video, maybe you learned something new. If you enjoyed, I would really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and turn on post notifications so you get notified whenever I post. If you're watching this video the day that it comes out, I will be streaming a 1v1 tournament tomorrow at 2 PM EST, so make sure you come out to that. Finally, after the outro, I want to give a huge shout out to anyone that tried to join the 1v1 tournament because we ended up having over 70 entries. I hope you have a great rest of your day and God bless.